At a time when what divides us keeps taking center stage, when our common thread feels frayed and worn, it seems that basic kindness, love, and compassion are more elusive than ever. But right now, thousands of children in the United States and in South Africa are learning a better lesson. That love can truly be a force that elevates us and unites us, person to person and country to country. In the 30 years since the end of apartheid, South African townships continue to be centers of poverty and despair. With no local economy to bring hope and change, the townships have been gutted by the HIV/AIDS epidemic, massive unemployment, and alcoholism. And it's the children who suffer the most. There are an estimated 3 million children orphaned, neglected, or abandoned because of HIV/AIDS or alcoholism. The government has responded by housing as many of these vulnerable children as possible in small foster homes where they have a roof over their heads and someone to watch over them, but little else. Some are 10 years old and haven't set foot in a school. Many have suffered physical and emotional abuse. All have been born with every disadvantage. The Love Quilt Project's mission is to change this through a unique program that combines a tangible gift of love and encouragement today with the pledge of an education that will transform their lives in the future. But we can't continue to do either without your help.
This started with a very small idea. It was supposed to be 6 quilts and a gift. And now, years later, we have quilters around the country and thousands of children participating, and it continues to grow, and that message getting across the country is just incredible. I used to be a quilter. I mean, I'm an architect, I'm a designer, but I used to design quilts. And so this also speaks to that just love of quilts and what quilts can do. Quilts not only wrap people with warmth, but they tend to have some kind of deep message. You know, the stitches that go into the quilt and how that stitches us together. Just, you know, so many analogies and metaphors that you can use.
The Love Quilt Project has already changed the lives of hundreds of these orphaned and abandoned children, starting here in classrooms across the United States. As part of a lesson about the power of love and compassion, American children draw messages of support and encouragement on fabric squares. Volunteers sew the squares into quilts, and the quilts are delivered to the children in South African townships where the need is greatest, along with a donation for school tuition, tutoring, books, and uniforms. The educational component is critical to the long-term welfare of these children and is what will lift them out of poverty as adults. While the quilts and the love they represent provide them with a meaningful emotional support tool today, proof the world has not forgotten them.
These children normally come in with the clothes on their back. And we've just done memory boxes, and a lot of the children don't have anything to put in the memory boxes. So this is going to be so special because each of these children is going to receive a quilt that belongs to them. It's not something that then is going to be handed down to my brother or sister. It's not something that was handed down to me, you know, donated. This is something that's been created with love for each child. I think that's going to fit in with what we're trying to teach them, that they are valuable members of society, that they are each special, and that they deserve to have their own things.
My mom wasn't taking a lot of care of us. He was alcoholic, he was always drinking. So the police came, then they bring us here. Oh, they gave us the quilt. At first time, I didn't understand why. But as the time went by, when I look at it, it inspires me every day. When I grow up, I want to be a doctor. I'm studying physical science, life science, geography, pure maths, English, and Afrikaans.
What attracted me to the Love Quilt Project was I enjoy doing things for different charities. I've been involved in quilting for many years, and I've also done other work for other organizations. And I enjoy quilting, and it was some way to combine the two. When I get the quilt squares, I look at them all, and usually there's an extra one or two, and I try to pick out the ones that try to say what I think they need to be said. They have words on them sometimes. The kids that draw them are sending messages of hope and love to these kids. And I think it's just a wonderful project. Well, one thing I'd like to tell other quilters would be to just get involved some way. And this is, I think, a great project. And I would encourage them to sign up the next time that it's offered to come and see for yourself what's happening here.
Yes, I think they're doing a wonderful job. It is just a heartfelt job. It is something where they give a part of their own love and their own care and their own prayers, well-wishing to our children. And we're very grateful to them that they have spent the time to prepare these quilts. It is a ray of sunshine in the life of somebody who lived for a long time in the dark.
Sometimes we take for granted knowing how much love we have around us. And when you have a child who has literally nobody. I've held children in my arms who've the day before buried their brother. I've had children in my arms who've held their baby sibling who died in their arms. And now somebody's holding them in their arms. And literally for me, a love quilt, wrapping them with that warmth and telling them that somebody cares about them with all this crazy going on in the world. It's pretty powerful stuff.